Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Purplatypus is the name. Sorry, I got my cat on my lap here. He's just in the mood to hang out. But today we are talking about a new game coming out at the end of the month here, end of July. Sword of Convallaria. I had to look it up because I always forget that name. And as you can tell, I also didn't say it that well. So what is this game? Why am I covering it, and why do I think you guys should be excited for it? This is a new and upcoming gotcha, but there are a few things to note here. One, it is a tile-based combat system. So if you were on my channel in the past and you like Dragon Quest Tact, this is going to be a similar combat style, Final Fantasy Tactics, think that. So that's going to be the main way combat is going to work. Also, it is on computer, right? So you don't need to, it's on phone, it's on computer, it's on pretty much everything. So it's all just going to work. What's this door do? Does that take me outside? I don't know. But also, there is an entire mode that is not gotcha related. When I say an entire mode, I mean, it seems to be, in the early stages at least, it's at least half the game. And in fact, there's a demo on Steam, so you can just play the game and try it out. Most of what you have access to on Steam is the non-gotcha mode. Where when I say non-gotcha mode, I mean that's semi-true. You get to bring characters in. Here, I'll show you. You know what? I'm doing a video. I don't need to describe things. We're gonna go to the Spiral of Destinies. So basically, this mode is the gotcha mode. You're gonna recognize this basically story progression, right? You're gonna go through, you're gonna do battles, gonna unlock new things, you're gonna get rewards, yada yada blah blah. So a little more standard there. But the Spiral of Destinies is basically the story mode, the main story mode of the game. And so what's very interesting about this is that you're going to go through and you're going to do it, but the whole like gimmick, and again, I'm playing a demo, so I don't have 100% perfect knowledge, but it's basically you're going to go through and play it multiple times and get multiple endings depending on your choices in the story. So it is going to require, like, you're going to go through it and maybe you'll be able to skip things you've seen before, but your choices and what you do is going to be able to change the outcome. That's basically how it describes it right here, right? You choose a beacon when you start. That's basically a starting modifier. There isn't any in the game so far, but let's take a look here, right? You can enter this more than once to experience different stories and endings to the game. You can select beacons and companions when you start the spiral. So when I say it's a non-gotcha mode, this is it's 80% true. The characters you have access to in the combat will be the characters you have from the gotcha. Well, I don't even know if that's entirely true, but you can import some characters. But for example, I have a character in this mode that I don't have outside of this mode. But also then you're going to be able to do things to change the outcomes, and you're going to do this multiple times, get multiple endings. And if we come in here and we take a look at this mode, it kind of like launches almost a whole new game in a lot of ways. So if I take a look here, what's really cool is like my characters all have different levels than they do outside the mode, which I didn't show. But basically here, if I take a look here, right, there's no gotcha mechanics here, right? Like this is normally you level up their rank and their trait level or whatever by the gotcha mechanics, but they're removed from this mode entirely. Just which characters you have access to seem to be modified. This is the guy that I don't have outside of the mode, but also they can go up to a higher level here. So this seems to be like a really like long, in-depth, good, like it's been a lot of fun so far, but it's like this is a whole single player game inside the gotcha. Now I don't know what's going to be the primary game mode, if this is going to be a one and done type of thing, if they're going to continuously add content to this, or what, or if there's going to be rewards tied to this, or if it's purely just for your enjoyment. Like you could play the game, you have the single player gamers and then you have the gotcha multiplayer gamers. It might be like that, but I mean, this has got a whole system, right? Like you go to the town, you get different upgrades for your characters, you go week to week and things happen. You even have what was I gonna look for? You could like send guys on dispatch missions and you can upgrade them. And then like I currently have this guy in training, so he's not going to be available, or I have this one in training, so she's not available in combat. So a little bit of a roster kind of thing as well. But let's actually go into a battle. I'm gonna see if I could redo one of the earlier battles though, because I don't want to do like the critical battle and like kind of spoil the story. So let's actually take a look at the game itself here. I know how to do this. All right, you're the one that doesn't know how to do this. All right, here we go. Let's enter. Let's see if I can redo battle 0. That one's not in the demo, so let's see if we can do this one. All right. So as you can see here, I can choose characters that I want to bring. I'm going to bring my higher level characters right now. Oh, maybe not. Maybe don't bring the pikeman. Maybe he's too low of a level. Maybe we just put a Lash out here. Nah, doing... Yeah, you know what? Bring the pikeman. I've changed my mind. And then put you here. So you can all zoom out also. But as you can see here, one thing you're going to want to turn on here, at least on the left side of the screen for me, after you get through, there's going to be story here because this is all very heavily tutorialized in the early game. So this is probably not like really indicative of what the normal modes will be like. But let's go ahead and take a look here. Skip the story. This guy's going to run up. We're going to knock him back. Also, I think it's weird. It's like our main character doesn't show up in most of these combats. They do in like half of them. There is a little bit. I'm like, oh, there's a little bit of jank to it for sure, but not an insane amount. All right, so you want to turn these on so you can see the order, and then you can turn this on so you can see who's going to target what. This part isn't super necessary all the time, but yeah, you're going to do actions basically at every turn. If you look at a character, view yourself, bro. You get these pips. Abilities cost pips. It's kind of like triangle strategy in that way. You get 1 pip per turn, and then a skill can cost multiple pips and also have a cooldown. There are ways to get pips outside of just this though. Although I don't know how to close that screen down, I'll be honest. All right, well, whatever, that worked. So we're gonna use this ability here. We're gonna deal some damage, knock him back into the fire. All we have to do is defeat this guy, I think, for this specific mission. And if your characters die, it doesn't matter. So we're gonna go hardcore, parkour. You know what? I'll use this. We're gonna catch ourselves on fire here. That's kind of we're catch ourselves on fire type gamers here in the Plat channel. I don't know if you may not know this about me if you're new here, but the Plat's always been about trying to catch himself on fire. All right, you're just gonna stand by up here. So even running through the fire takes damage. I actually didn't remember that. It's okay. There is a big emphasis on, at least in the demo, like on these fucking explosive barrels, like they instantly kill. No. Target this. There you go. Oops. Oh, I think that kills her. Well, I accidentally killed my own character, but I've got good news and bad news. The good news is I forgot that was going to happen. The bad news is whatever, bro. All right. Yep. Reinforcements are coming. Don't worry. We're here for this. We slice and then we dice. Bro, you ain't got nothing on me. Watch this. Oh, God, this guy's got no movement, bro. I hate this guy. It's almost like he's a generic normal character. All right, smash it. Let's go. Imagine if I had a fucking fireball mage. Oh, good hit. Just kidding, scrub. Get hit by the fire, you dummy. There we go. And so, like, that's kind of a, like, this is obviously, like, a normal, heavily tutorialized thing, but... And I think this is the mode that's this is where your gacha affects the game for sure. But also... Victory! Let's go! However... Like, in the early game, it's so tutorialized where it doesn't feel like you actually have that much control over it. Now, the game is going to be getting some PvP modes and other game modes. So I think this is going to be like, hey, this is the main gacha progression, you know, clear 1-3. This is going to be the replayable non-gacha mode. And this is probably going to be where they just put all the other modes in. There's probably going to be PvP, probably ways to grind for crystals to upgrade characters and normal gacha things. But what's important is, like, you could play this game if you just want single player games. You could play this game if you just want to do, there is going to be multiple PvP modes, so you could be a try-hard whale as well, which I'm probably going to try to do. I'm probably not going to whale out, but I'm going to do, like, hey, what is the best that I can expect to do as a low-spending player? You know, like that. There's also skins, you know, here we go. Yeah, don't forget that. But... I basically just want to do a video kind of telling you what this game is, what it's about, point some attention to it. According to Steam here, it comes out on last epoch, Let me 1 second. Let me find the game. What's it called? It's called Sword. I was playing Last Epoch. There we go. Comes out July 31st. I think that's officially like when you'll be able to do all the stuff. It's been a lot of fun so far. I've probably played like 5 hours ish, and I'm gonna keep playing and going through. This is just the demo. This won't carry over. All right. So I apologize if I forgot to say that earlier. This isn't gonna carry over to your main progress. So this is just to try out the game, see if it's something that you'd want to do. But overall, I've been very impressed with it. And I do plan on creating content. I applied to be a content creator, part of their program. So whatever you can consider, you know, if you think that makes me biased, if you think it makes it biased that I might get free in-game stuff, then sorry, it does. But no, joking aside, I am very excited to play this game out. I think you should be excited. I'm going to queue up some videos, make some stuff, and yeah, we'll have a good time on the 31st. Anyway, much love. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I'll see you on the flip-flops. Bye!
Platypus on the rise, watch the